How does one build a barn? Just so we're aware, I don't know what a barn looks like. Hang on, I need to Google this. And something that my husband actually said to me was farmhouses aren't generally known for their architectural voids, and you know what, like, he's completely right. So, can't intersect other objects. Well, that's just rude. Hello fellow humans, my name is Tash. Welcome back to the next episode of Build a Haunted Farmhouse with me. Today we're going to continue working on our Haunted Farmhouse build. Now, I haven't gone through, as of recording this, I haven't gone through and responded to the comments on the last video, but I have read them. I've gotten some really great feedback. Yeah, I like that a lot more. I've gotten some great feedback. One of them was that the mausoleum doesn't really fit with the vibe of a farmhouse, which I think is fair. I've also had someone say that they think that the mausoleum looks great with the house, but I do agree that perhaps maybe a barn would look a bit better, so we might try and work on that today. Just like a rundown farm, maybe with a secret. Maybe we could do a barn with a basement that's got like a hidden dungeon. Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Another suggestion I got was to have the maze wrap around the whole house, which I think is a really awesome idea. And had I built on a bigger lot, I think I would love to do that. But I also want to do some interesting landscaping with the rest of the house around here. I don't want to make the whole thing a maze, so I think we won't do that. The other thing was, you guys liked the maze. You also liked the idea of raising it up to make it higher. But then there was also a comment saying that someone wished that the hedges sort of sat on there a bit more nicely, which I totally agree with. So I think we're going to need to revisit this and sort of see what we can do in terms of making the maze itself be tall, but also not look like that. So that was another thing. And the final thing that I wanted to discuss was, as you all know, I am not happy with the layout we have of this build. We're going to start with the barn. How does one build a barn? Just so we're aware, I don't know what a barn looks like. Hang on, I need to Google this. Listen, I know how that sounds. I know what a barn looks like, okay? I can't visualize how to build it right now. All right, don't judge me. Oh yeah, okay. Let's... Yeah. Alright, let's give that a go. Get out of here. I have tabs open everywhere because of who I am as a person. Alright, we're gonna just actually delete this whole thing. Alright, barn time. Alright, so we're just gonna move all of this out of the way. Oh, no, hang on. I think what we can do is we build a second... Yeah, okay, yeah. Listen, I know what I'm doing, alright? There, that's better. Oh, that was an oversight. There we go. We'll get there in the end. Listen, in my defense, when I'm recording this, it's actually early in the morning and I'm not good with mornings, strictly speaking, so. Alright, so we can do that and then we can do that. See, that's the problem. Maybe we need to make this actually a little wider. This is not how I was expecting today's build to start. I'm not gonna lie. So this might be a bit more like that. Yeah, I think that's better. Right, so we have that. Now, do we have any... And the other comment, actually there was another comment too, that was saying you want... Because it's a farmhouse, you want it to be a bit more squat rather than tall, because they tended to not have tall ceilings, so we might go ahead and do that and just see if we like it. Because I am kind of, like, I do understand I am kind of mixing genres here. We're kind of going with like a gothic farmhouse, which, look, I don't, in terms of horror movies and stuff, I don't think that's totally out of the realm of what you will find in a horror film, so, you know, I think it's fine, but I don't know, you guys are gonna have to let me know what you think in the next part. There we go. Alright, so we've got our chimney going there, we have our little barn here. I like the big tree for the maze, but we might need to change where the maze is now, and we also might need to, yeah, maybe we'll flip the barn around like that. so then you can get to the barn from the back of the home. I think I like that better. So we need a red, we could go with like this rundown shingle all over the home. Do they tend to be horizontal or vertical? Both, that's not helpful. All right, I guess we'll just see what we can see. See what we can see. I mean, it's a pretty perfect barn color, don't you think? The only thing I don't like about that is how clean it looks. Oh, see, if we had this island living one in a darker red, that would be perfect. So it's just, this is a perfect barn color, but I want it to look more dirty. I suppose we could always move objects to create dirt and stuff on it so it looks a bit more weathered. Ooh. I just want to match the trim of the, I don't like the white. All right, so we can remove that floor. Why won't it let us, must be applied to a roof. That's just offensive. Let's try that. And then what we could do is put a flat square here and here. Because then what we can do is we can add in our trim all the way around so that it matches. Beautiful. All right, so we've removed our floor there, so that's good. All right, we have our barn. Now we need to see if we've got any barn doors. Now that we've lowered the height of the walls too, that's going to change what we can and can't do. Didn't we get something like that with country living though? I swear we did. Oh, the industrial loft stuff. I still haven't done a build with that. Let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to see an industrial kind of build, like a New York loft style industrial thing. Because I haven't had a chance. Aha! Yes. Perfect! Oh my god, that's so exciting. I'm so excited. Oh, the colours. Okay, so we can do this, but we probably want to change some colours of our barn just to tie in a little bit better. This one kind of looks the dirtiest, doesn't it? So let's grab this colour here and just go with the plain red. So that way we don't have the white. And then for the trim and the roof, what we can do is maybe we'll go with like a dark brown rather than a black. And that should tie everything in pretty well. This is very frustrating. Why don't we have any decent dark brown roofs? That's what I want to know. Are barns thatched ever? I suppose this snowy escape one could work, couldn't it? It does look a bit new, but I don't know what to do about that. What about something like that? And then we could do our trim. Let's get our trim. Trim in a brown. Don't ask me what that was because I could not tell you. I think that works. I mean, it works well enough, right? Do the same roof here. Okay, we can also put a window. Thank God for country living. That's going to make this build so much better. So I want something like this in the roof. What about that? That's actually kind of cool. I don't mind that. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think. It might be a bit too much. The other thing was we could do that, which could work better. I really like something like this, but in a larger size. I understand why we can't increase the size of windows and mirrors and stuff. Ooh, what about this? But it would be nice. That also kind of works. Let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer this more Gothic style window or do we like the larger round one? I think that looks great. Now we also want to do a basement under here too. And it'd be cool for it to be like a hidden basement as well. Alright, so maybe there are like some horse stalls here. So we'll do this, but then one of these could have like a stairway that's hidden. I don't know how we're gonna hide it, however, because see, now I feel like I need this barn to be bigger. But I don't think it makes sense for it to be larger with the size of the lot. Do you know what? I actually think it looks better with the lower wall heights being medium. Comment down below. Let me know. Medium wall heights or lowest wall heights on the bottom floor. We're going to keep the top floor on the lowest one regardless. I wonder how much wider we would need to make this. Like, could we get away with that? No, we need to make it wider on both sides to get what we want. So that would make it even. I'm definitely going to need your feedback. Is that too big? Or do we want to keep it small how it was? Now, I don't want it to actually even be a big basement. I just make it like a little creepy dungeon, you know? All right, so my question is, how do I hide that? Because that's not going to work for me. Do you know what? I actually think the size was better before. Apparently, I am decidedly less decisive today, so that's fun. Let's add in our basement and see, and then I'll get some feedback from you guys on like what we should put in here. Because the other thing is too, we could have a mezzanine area. So what we could do is have a mezzanine floor area. Just like that. Have a little mezzanine space. And then that could just be, because it is just a small barn, right? So we don't need... I don't know if that works for a barn layout. You guys will have to let me know what you think. All right, then we need to figure out where the best place to put stairs is going to be. So we could just hide that there. Pop a door here, but then cover it up with stuff maybe? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play around with the layout here. And I actually was thinking about it, and I thought it might be fun rather than having it as a step down, maybe we do it as a step up, and like maybe that would be cool? Question mark. So I want to give that a try, because then I thought we could also play around with terrain back here and just have a very slight variation of terrain here. I'm not going to actually do it now because a bunch of my debug stuff is in the way, but then like just the back of that would be raised, so it looks like the house needed to take a step up in the back. So I'll put that back for the moment. Let's get rid of all of this. And upstairs, we're going to get rid of all of this because it was pointed out to me, rightly so, that this doesn't feel like a traditional farmhouse. And something that my husband actually said to me was farmhouses aren't generally known for their architectural voids, and you know what, like he's completely right. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna play around with the layout that Oddie gave me. They gave me a few different options. I don't think I'm gonna use it totally, but I am going to use it as inspiration because I think their ideas were really much better than what I came up with. So alright, so they suggested having the bathroom here, which is not silly, and then 2 bedrooms here, which honestly I think works a lot better. Let's just see if we can fit in a double bed. Oh yeah. I mean, it'll be tight, but I think it makes sense for a family home. And then we've got bathroom here, bedroom, bedroom, bedroom. So something like that maybe. Even that, I don't know. The thing is, I'm not necessarily putting actual furniture in here, so I can calm down. I'm treating this like I would be if it wasn't a build I was furnishing like normal. But yeah, I think that layout makes a bit more sense. You could have a window here, a window here. It would open up plenty of space for windows in other areas. So that's the layout we're looking at for the top floor. Now let's have a look at the bottom floor. Now, I totally agreed that this needed to be... Farmhouses tended to have lots of separate rooms with different functions, right? So I quite liked this layout, where this is where you put your coats. Then we have a sitting room here, a dining space here, and then a half bath here. And then this could be a little mudroom? Question mark. But it also doesn't make sense to have that kitchen totally open, because then you have no natural light coming into the main area, do you? Oh, this is tough. Okay. Let me think for a minute. What if Alright, let's just do that for now. Okay, now my thing is, what if we actually move where the stairs go? Because maybe that's the problem. Maybe this would work better. Who's to say? So what we could do is have the mudroom with the back door going out this way. So there could be like a little washer and dryer, etc., down there. Then we would have a little something like that there, just as a step down, like kind of patio thing. Yeah, we'd have a dining room here. Because that's the thing, right? This doesn't even need to necessarily be... Can't intersect other objects. Well, that's just rude. What about if we pull just this part out? That could work. Maybe? Like that? So we need to shift this entire house back just a touch. Move lot, move house. So where were we? We were here. Right, so if we did that, pop our stairs here, like that, then we can have our front door here. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. What if we bumped out just this part of the house? Build ceiling, then we put on just a little roof here, just to get a tiny little bit of extra like space where we need it, you know what I mean? Like it's not adding much. All right, so it has just this little extra shape to the side. We have a little mudroom slash laundry room here, a dining space, a living space, a bathroom, and then a kitchen that's sort of raised up, and we'll just slightly raise just around here, just so it looks like the back of the house needed to be built up a little bit. And I think that should work really well, and it will also lower the heights of the ceiling back here too, which I think is nice. So we can do that. We might go back down one, but I'll see how we go. Okay, I like this a lot more. I think this works a lot better. So we have that space worked out, and then up here, now we can play around with how this space is going to work. So we could have 2 single beds there, a main bathroom and a master bedroom. Alright, so what about this? If it'll fit. Bedroom, 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 bathroom, closet. I'm not totally sold on the layout of this room, but I think we can make this work. I just don't like the door being there, but that could be there. Put that here. Could make that a separate room and raise it up like a little bench seat kind of thing. So something like that could be cute. That could even go up a level, and then we would just fix this roof piece here. We would add another piece. There. Like that. And the same on this side. Just like so. And I think that looks pretty nice, and I think that layout actually works a little bit better. We've got a side here, we bring the fence over there. Okay, I'm happy with this. I'm happy. I'm going to save this for my library. Haunted Farmhouse 1? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this to the gallery, so that way you guys can go ahead and play around with this yourselves if you want to do your own thing and work alongside with me, or you can make it beautiful. But whatever you do, I'd love to see your screenshots. My Twitter handle is in the description box below, so make sure if you do that you tag me and share with me what you've done, whether it's you've made your own haunted farmhouse or whether you've decided to renovate it and make it a proper lived-in farmhouse. Alright, so I've decided to go with these hedges instead, because I think what I can actually do is raise all of these up. I think I can make them look a little bit more seamless anyway, just like that. So I'll be able to lift these up, and I can even do 3 or 4 high. So then we get some of that height with the maze, and I think that will work a lot better. So that's the idea. And then I just have to figure out like a maze pattern. I don't know, I'll need some feedback on whether or not this works a little better. Let's just move that back a little. Maybe, question mark? Maybe something like that? I don't know. Listen, I never claimed to be good at making mazes. So, also I'm gonna do this. So feel free to tweet me pictures of a better maze, a better like way to do it if you can think of something better. Otherwise, we'll just stick with this in the next episode. Now I wanna work on the exterior of the home. I wanna go with quite dark and weathered looking. So I think there's a few different ways that we can go. We've gotten some packs now that have some really good stuff like that. I mean, I'd go with something like this, but I'm not, it might be too light. I mean, I think the fireplace will be brick, and maybe we could have like a tin extension on the back. So we could do something like that. None of them look quite old enough though, you know? So it's quite difficult to sort of get the right kind of look. The other thing is, we could go with something like this for the barn, so it doesn't look so new. What do we think of that idea? Let me know in the comments. Do we like this better than the red barn? Let's have a look here. We have some decent stuff from... Oh, yeah. See, this could work really well, this island living. Do we have any bricks that look really old? Oh, I like this a lot. Oh, that kind of works, doesn't it? Oh, I like this. The other option is going with something more like this, which we could do just on this front part of the house, like that, and maybe the back. I'm not sure if that really works though. It's kind of ugly, but isn't that what we're going for? What about something like that? Maybe not for the barn, but like as a little added exterior? Oh god, it's so hard to decide. We have some decent options though, so that's, you know, good. Definitely want to use some of this for the interior too. Like maybe the bathrooms. This city living wallpaper that's all dirty, perfection. I think I'm just going to put this everywhere for now. I'll probably have to change for the bathrooms and stuff. Ugh, it looks too pretty. Why you gotta look so nice? Everything looks good. It's offensive, honestly. Ooh. 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 Alright, we have this one. Or, what about this one? We could have the basement down here be in that brown dirt though. That's nice. We could just do the chimney, just in a different colour of the same thing. Not that I think that particularly works, but none of the bricks seem right. It could be that we just need to go with something really, whatever works, and then grot it up with move objects. I think I'm just going to stick with this for now. And let me know in the comments how you guys feel about it. Now the other thing I want to address is the roof, because I don't think we've got the right roof texture. I think we need to go with this that looks a bit older, and then we can pick a roof trim that's going to work with it. It's not going to take away from what we have. What about this? I can go grey. Oh, I don't like that shape though. We'll just go with the grey for now, just to soften the, so it's not so harsh, you know? Alright, foundations. What would be cool is if we had some foundations that looked dirty. I feel like that's the entire challenge of this build though. I suppose at the very least if we go with greys, then it just looks yuck. I don't know. So the other thing I wanted to do was to play around with this area here. Let's just flatten this so that it's all the same height, because apparently this lot is not flat, which I did not realize. So, I mean, that's fine, but let's just do that, okay? And then I wanted to play around just to make around here slightly larger. So let's raise our terrain. Can we flatten Too high? No. Alright, so that's sort of close to where I want it to be. I'm just going to... Alright, yeah, so this is more like what I wanted. Alright, so let's flatten around here and then we can just smooth the edges. It doesn't need to be usable, but I do want it to look good, and I just want it to be raised just around this back area here. Alright, so now we can go smooth terrain. I know terrain tools is something that a lot of people have issues with, understandably so. I personally love to play with them, but I think it just takes playing around, practice, and a little bit of patience as well. But as you can see, I've created just a nice little raised area for the back of the home, and it's still flat back here so we can still place things and walk around here, which I think is a really cool idea. I really love that. Now we also need to figure out what floorboards we want to put. We have a few options. We've got Jungle Adventure. They look quite old. Country Living. Oh yeah, see these haunted ones. They might be the way to go. Something like that. So everything is like kind of beige. No, I actually want you to go the other way. Yeah. And we can actually use that throughout the whole place. Okay, so we have that, so that's good. Let's delete... Actually, that was the one thing I was looking at. Ah, it's the trim here. Okay. Let's change that out if we can. Alright, so what we'll have to do is that. Alright, let's try that and see how that goes. Something like that. Okay. Just so that there's no harsh white moments going on. Alright, let's get rid of those. Let's get some old looking, something like this. Yes, I love that. That actually looks really cool. We could also bring this out just a touch, and we could add a roof, build a ceiling. Does anyone else have trouble grabbing trims, or is it like just me? Beautiful. Okay, so we have a nice little porch area there. Let's pick out some stairs that are going to be appropriate. I like how dirty and dingy they look, but I don't know if that sort of stone step really matches this build, so could do something like this. Do we have that in like more of a grey? Yes, but it doesn't look good. Yeah, see, that could work really well. Okay, and let's do the same thing over here. I like it. Okay. Now the other suggestion was a washing line, clothesline with a tub, and I think that's a great idea. I was actually thinking that myself. Let's move that out of the way, but yeah, I thought over here somewhere we could have the washing line. I'll pop some cobwebs and dirt underneath and stuff like that. Like a wash tub over there. Looking all dirty. That'll be really cool. Okay, I'm really into this now. I think this is coming along really nicely. So it's like all muddy and stuff under there. We can add cobwebs and stuff like that as well. Let's have a look and see what sort of doors and stuff are gonna fit. Whatever we pick, we want it to look gross, really. See, this door here from Cats and Dogs could actually work really well for all the other doors. Sort of a grey. Let me know, do you like the grey or the cream for the door? I prefer the cream, but I think the grey works better. But then there's a lot of grey on the outside. We might need to change some of this grey to another colour because of the brown of the... Yeah, I don't know. Let's just go with that for the moment, and then we can decide later. We can go with like a matching door there. Look, I think we'll leave it there. I want to get some feedback from you guys on everything that we've done today. And I want to play around with some of these to make some good looking fence pieces, like so. So something like that is sort of like the vibe I'm feeling. I need some feedback on the layout of the barn, and then we've changed the layout here too. So we've got a little foyer area, we've got a dining room, a living space, a kitchen that's sort of raised and goes up, which I think actually makes more sense, especially with raising this back area here rather than having the sunken kitchen. It also gives us a little bit more space. We've got a little half bath here and then a mud laundry room. And then upstairs we've got a main bedroom, a bathroom and another 2 bedrooms. So I think this is coming along really well. I think it's looking really cool. Make sure you do let me know your feedback and comments down below. Like this video if you did indeed like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, because you know I'd love to see you back here again. And also, as I said before, comment down below with feedback, thoughts, all of that fun stuff. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, friends.